That's how I wrote the book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. My daughter was dating this dude, and he had been over to the house about 4 times, you know. And so I was in the kitchen with my father-in-law. I was making a sandwich, and he was in there sitting at the table. So my father-in-law, who's in his 80s, said, young man, what's your plans for my granddaughter? You know, he'd been over the house 4 times. And he said, I ain't really got no plans. So I started making the sandwich. I say, yo, my man, every man has a plan for a woman. We may not tell her what the plan is, but the moment we walk up to her and introduce ourselves, we have a plan. So what is your plan for my daughter? He said, oh, no, it ain't like that. I said, no, what do you mean? So I sit down now. So it was me, him, and my father-in-law. My father-in-law is a really, really good old dude. He said, no, everybody got a plan. What's your plan for my granddaughter? He said, well, be honest with you, hadn't really thought much about it. I said, come on, man, let's cut this bull out. You've thought about it because you've been over here 4 times. My daughter seemed to like you a lot. So just tell me and my father what your plan is for my daughter. So after about 10 minutes, he looked at me, he said, well, we just kicking it. I said, cool. Brandy. I called Brandy in the kitchen. I say, sit down. I say, my man, I said, tell my daughter what you just told me your plan for her was. He said, oh, no, well, you know, Mr. Harvey, you just asked me, and I was just, I said, no, that. Tell her, no, really, let's cut this out. You tell my daughter what you just told me and her grandfather, what your plan is for my daughter. He said, well, I told your father we just kicking it. And my daughter's face just cracked. And she was so hurt. And she got up from the table and walked away. So I go in there to see about her. She said, Dad, I can't believe he said that. I said, you know, she said, Dad, why did you make him say that? I said, what, you don't want to know? See, that's the problem. Y'all want to go along with this like it's all right and you ain't got it. Let's find out today whether you have something or not, and so you can go on with your life. So she asked me, she said, Dad, how do you know this stuff? I said, baby, I've been a man the whole time. I've never deviated. I ain't never tried nothing. I ain't curious about else. I do manhood. She said, Dad, you know how many women don't know that? I said, I don't know. I'm just telling you. She said, you ought to write a book. That's how I wrote the book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.